splash around enough, everybody around you is going to get wet.
Yes, and if you're on fire for the Lord, you ought to. I think Andrew's right. You know, you ought to look different than the corpses.
Amen. Amen.
Right? When you go into your bank, do people celebrate you're here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In our credit union, Vina and I are celebrating. The tellers go, Mike, come over here.
You're always so happy, so cheerful.
You're always so happy. I mean, well, yeah, but we're just weird.
I know.
Yeah, well, okay. What if you're an ambassador from the greatest kingdom that has ever been known? Aren't you the happiest person? I mean, that Jesus chose you to represent him in this dying world. Aren't you the happiest person?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, not you to be excited. You should see Louise. She's wired up to every machine unknown to man. And she's got her praise music on. And people are coming in and saying, wow, you're just doing so great. And oh, it's all the Lord.
Yeah.
It's him. It's all his strength.
Praise the Lord.
They're telling her how good she's doing. She's telling them how good Jesus is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
So the circumstance, she wasn't sinking. Now, when do you begin sinking? How about sickness? When do you begin sinking with sickness?
First get a report.
No, way before that. When do you begin? I'm going to tell you when you begin. You begin when you ignore it.
When you what?
Ignore it.
Oh.
And you let it continue. And you ignore it some more. And then you think, well, my faith can handle it. But you don't know what it is, and you're not going to find out because you're a little bit afraid of it. You're sinking. You're sinking. What is the fear? That you're going to find out is something deadly. And going to heaven. Right? How hard is that? Okay. Well, what is your fear then? Well, that it's going to be chronic. Does any of that have anything to do with Jesus, the healer?
No.
Is there anything that's chronic with Jesus, the healer?
No.
Before I was born again, I got arthritis, and I got arthritis nasty. Arthritis in my shoulder. I mean, to the point where the thing was useless. Now, the benefit, I'll give you a benefit. The benefit was that the doctor told me I could not wash windows. Wrote it on a pad. Well, I was married to a man that had to have all the windows in the house washed every week. Now, had to have didn't mean he was going to do it. Had to have was me. But I had this assignment from the doctor because you could hear it. It was going crunch, 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 crunch. It sounded like bone chips in there. Sounded horrible. So that was the thing. And then he put me on 10 aspirins a day. And the, the thing was, I was supposed to listen for ringing in my ear. If I had ringing in my ear, I was supposed to go immediately to the emergency ward. Now, you couldn't cut yourself because you'd bleed to death because you have the thinnest blood on the earth. It's orange by this time. But it didn't hurt as much. It did not hurt. It just didn't hurt as much. This was their fix. This was their fix. This is the best they could do. Now they have new pills. Prescription pills for arthritis. The side effect is you die. Not a bad side effect for a little pain, but hey. Okay. They don't say you die. They say that some people are what? Some deaths have been attributed. That's how they say it. Not you're going to die. So anyway.
This could kill you.
Yeah, this could kill you. But you won't. Well, that way you wouldn't be in pain. Wouldn't have any arthritis. Hey, you'd be cured. Okay. So anyway, I was in the world, didn't know any better. But then I found out that Jesus had healed me. And so I put it to the shoulder for arthritis. Because at that time, they were looking at take the shoulder socket out and replace it with a steel ball. Do you know that how they do that? They cut your arm off.
Oh my word.
And then they take this steel rod and hammer it into the top of the bone. sound like a good idea to you? It didn't seem like a good idea to me. So no, I mean, I got really good about Jesus is my hero. This was good. So, healed it up. Yay, healed it up. Years later, I was telling Steve this. Years later, I had dislocated my shoulder. I do a lot of woodwork and fun things, and I dislocated my shoulder. This shoulder, not this shoulder. So it wouldn't get better. I couldn't lift anything. So I went to Kaiser. They sent me off to the orthopedic specialist out in El Cajon. It was 120 that day. But anyway, I was in this little bitty room. You know those little bitty rooms that they put you in? The table, the chair, and the little thing. And the guy, I go in, he has my arm, my shoulder x-rayed. And I'm telling the x-ray technician, that's the wrong shoulder. But he has a piece of paper. And it's supposed to my right shoulder. It's my left shoulder. Like, I don't know which shoulder I came in for. Right? This shoulder. They can't do anything because they got a piece of paper that says it's this shoulder. So then I go back into the little room, and the guy comes in, and all these doctors look like central casting. I mean, gorgeous guys. So comes in, and I said, they x-rayed the wrong shoulder. He said, you have arthritis so bad in your shoulder. I said, no, I had arthritis really bad in my shoulder. He said, no, there's hardly any shoulder left. The socket's like, I said, no, there's no problem with this shoulder. It's this shoulder. We need to fix this shoulder. He said, well, what's wrong with that one? And I said, well, I got it out of socket, and now it feels like there's a piece of the cuff stuck underneath the bone, and I can't raise it up. So I went and had one back x-ray. But by the time I get back from x-ray, he's got 2 other doctors in the room. Because they want to see this shoulder that you can do everything with that looks on the thing like you can't move it. It is so messed up. And I always thought that he just built me another shoulder. He never told me that. I just thought that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was an ongoing miracle that he had taken what was there and he just made arthritis stop and make it work anyway. Right? Have you heard of miracles like that?
Yes. Yes.
Where a person that's blind, that they go to the eye doctor and they're still blind according to the test, but they can see?
Yeah. Somebody with no eyes.
Somebody with no eyes can see. You know, I mean, that's how God does stuff. We can't be telling him how to do things. No. But then, you know, that report, if I had not been looking totally at Jesus for my healing, that report could have sent arthritis into my shoulder faster than anything. Because the doctor said. By this time, there are 4 doctors, all orthopedic specialists, in the room. This room can't hold 5 people. And we're all in there together examining this one. So they said, well, you know, we can't just let you go out of here with a shoulder like that. The other one, nobody's doing anything. Oh, that'll heal itself. Can't let you go out of here with a shoulder like that. It's been working for 10 years. I said, so what do you want to do about it? Oh, well, we need to put cortisone in there. You need a cortisone shot. Ever had a cortisone shot? The needle is about that long and thick, like a knitting needle. So he comes in with this needle. I'm not big on needles, even little bit ones. But this thing, I mean, you could do a horse with this. So he said, well, so we're going to put it in your shoulder. And there were 4 of them and just little old me. And he said, now it's going to hurt. Well, that's always good. When a doctor tells you it's going to hurt, it's going to be excruciating pain because they tell you nothing's going to hurt. So I said, okay, well, wait, whoa, stop. I said, let me pray in the Spirit for a minute. We pray in the what? I said, pray in the Spirit. Just wait, shh. So I started praying in the Spirit. I said, okay, now you can do it. And so I just kept on talking to them, and they're pumping this paste into the joint. They said, don't you feel that? I said, no, the Holy Spirit takes care of me. I don't have to have pain. Now they're all like, really? Really? Keep your eyes on Jesus, the author and the finisher of your faith. Keep your eyes right there so that when you begin to sink, as soon as you begin to sink, as soon as you get distracted out here by circumstances and situations like Peter did, got distracted and got his eyes off of Jesus, and he began to sink. When you begin to sink, you know that little raspy thing in the back of your throat when you're going to get some sickness, maybe sinusitis or, I don't know. I realize I haven't had the flu since 1977. And we used to have the flu all the time. We used to have a different flu every year. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The Asian flu, the Hong Kong flu, swine. Well, that was too late. But when I was a little kid, we had flus. There were never an American flu. I don't know how that ever happened, but we never had an American flu. It was always imported. Yeah. Now they got it in pigs and birds, but still no American flu. Now they got numbers. This is weird. Well, I'm not getting any of them. Why? Because Jesus healed me. Healed, ED, past tense, healed me. Healed me. Well, that don't mean you ever get sick. No, I get attacked. But I keep my eyes on Jesus. My healer took care of me. As long as I keep looking there, this stuff just falls off. I got Teflon.
Nothing sticks.
No disease, no sickness sticks to me. And it is good. It is good. God is good. Okay, so here you are with Peter. And what does Jesus say to him? let's look at 30 again. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid. Was the wind boisterous when they were out there? They've been out there all night. The wind was blowing against them all night. And beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, Lord, save me. You wouldn't get the Lord part out. You'd be under. But, and immediately, Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him. And caught him. Even when you've begun to sink, all you have to do is call on the name of the Lord. He's never going to leave you or forsake you. He's right there. He's right there. Never going to leave you. It's not like you have to call him up from a long distance. You're in him. And he's going to save you. And then he said, and immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said to him, Oh, you of little faith. How little was his faith? Well, it looked pretty good to me. Got out on the water. How much faith does it take to walk on water? Little faith, obviously. Mustard seed faith, right? Obviously. Nobody in the boat got out, just him. So it took faith. He had little faith. That was good. That was the going out on the water. Then what happened? Why, even though you had this little faith that was really good, that was really working, why did you doubt? He wasn't saying your faith wasn't enough. Your faith was enough. You had a little faith, and it worked. And you walked on the water. But then he asked him, why did you doubt? People always kind of, oh, you only have a little faith. I mean, really? Really? It's the faith of Christ. We got a measure of it. Really? Little faith got him out walking on the water? Really? That means that that's wrong? Jesus is telling him your faith isn't big enough? No, he did not tell him that. He told him, why did you doubt? You're doing great. That's what he told him. You're doing great. Your little faith got you out of that boat and got you over halfway here. You know when he's talking to him about this? As he's walking him back to the ship on the water.